Okay, what we're going to be doing today is building a cigarette rolling machine holder. I just started rolling my own cigarettes, not too long ago. And what most people use is like a baking tray. But with a baking tray, it slides. It takes quite a lot of pressure to do this. And so you've got stuff all over the baking tray and it just doesn't seem to work too good. So what I've done here is really not complicated. I took some Luan mahogany, which is what this is. Home Depot, Lowe's, they all sell it, and it's not expensive. So what you do is just figure out the size you need for whatever machine you're using. Okay? Then what you do is you cut the Luan to whatever size, and what I did was took my table saw and dadoed a groove in these boards. These are 1x2s. Home Depot and Lowe's sells those too, cheap. They're like $5 and something for 6, so they're about $1 a piece. But you don't have to do that. You could just do them flat and frame it in and then screw it from the bottom through the Luan. But I did, just because I wanted to. But anyway, you cut the groove to where your Luan fits right in it, tight. Sometimes you have to sand the edges a little bit to get it right. Basically cut that, mark it off, do your measurements, screw it together. So what you have here, show you like this. Okay, that's the rolling machine. A lot of people have these, but lots of other ones. All right, you make it to where it fits in tight. The whole purpose is to not have it slip. So that's what you do. And I just framed in a section here where this fits in real tight. I've got a slot up here for cigarette tubes and finished cigarettes, tobacco over here. And what I also did was I had some little rubber feet, little screw-on feet, and that keeps it from slipping too. And then I also put some screws in where these pieces underneath, and then glued under there too when I put these pieces in. So it makes it real stable, and it works really good. The other problem that I had was that these machines, and most of them, come with a little knob right here. It's about this tall. So what you have to do is grab that knob like that and pull it. Sometimes it takes some pressure to push it through. You put your little cigarette tube right there. Well, after you do some of those, you do quite a few of those, that little knob is just not, it just doesn't work too good. So, the next step to upgrading this cigarette rolling apparatus, which I shouldn't be doing anyway, but anyway, I do. Alright, what I did is I got a dowel. This is a 7/8 inch dowel. Comes probably 4 foot. Drill you a 1/4 inch hole all the way through the dowel. I put T-nuts on each end, which I use these a lot. If you've seen any of my other videos, they're just real versatile. It makes it real stable too. Got a piece of 1/4x20 threaded rod, measured the length I needed, cut it off, and you thread that through. And then what I did, went by a bicycle shop, a little local bicycle shop, looking for a used bicycle grip. I didn't want to buy a new one. They didn't have any used bicycle grips. So I remembered that I had an old bicycle, so I went and took one of the grips off of it, and it actually works better than the ones I looked at in the bicycle shop. And I'm cheap, and it's free because the bike's broke. Alright, so what you do is you just figure out the length on your rod. Then you slide this over. I had to drill this out just a little bit bigger to let this little little threaded 1/4 go through. Then you have your threaded rod sticking out the bottom. I had this is probably a 1/4 inch hole by a 1 inch washer. Slide that on, just like that. That just gives it more stability. And then on your machine, I drilled this out just a little bit with that little handle that was on it. the hole was too little, but it really went through easy because it's not that much bigger of a hole. Then you take your washer, put it on, and hold your nut up under this hole right here, and this will actually just thread itself right in through there. Okay? Now you've got something. You get it tight. This is just a knob. They come in different shapes and sizes. Got this at Lowe's too. They ought to send me some money. But anyway, it's just a knob. It also has a 1/4-20 thread on the inside of it. I don't have to have it, but I like it. Then you thread that on your threaded rod till it gets good and tight. And now you actually have a handle. I mean, this is something you can, and my wife does this too. So, you know, after you do a few, it's just kind of hard for her. And it got old for me too. But now you got a handle that you can just actually, you can really, it's just a lot simpler. It's just a lot simpler. And that knob was hard plastic too, you know, and it just kind of, after a while, it wasn't good. But this is just soft rubber. So you can just make it work. That's all there is to it. So that's an easy way to upgrade something that if you're doing it over time, it makes a big difference. So that's it. And remember, kids, as the late great Howell Heflin, senator from Alabama, used to say, always strive to organize.